You are my satisfaction, Lord, and all that I need. So I am determined to do everything you say. With all my heart, I seek your favor. Pour out your grace on me as you promised. When I realize that I am going astray, I turn back to obey your instructions. I give my all to follow your revelation light. I will not delay to obey. Even when temptations encircle me with evil, I won't forget for a moment to follow your commands. In the middle of the night, I awake to give thanks to you because of all your revelation light, so right and true. And anyone who loves and bows in obedience to your words will be my friend. Give me more revelation of your ways, for I see your love and tender care everywhere. Now, on the third day, Jesus' mother went to a wedding feast in Galilean village of Cana. Jesus and his disciples were all invited to the banquet, but with so many guests, they ran out of wine. And Mary realized it, so she came to Jesus and asked, "They have no wine. Can't you do something about it?" Jesus replied, "My dear one, don't you understand? If I do this, change nothing for you, but it will change everything for me. My hour of unveiling my power has not yet come." Mary went to the server and told them, "Whatever Jesus tells you, do it." Nearby stood 6 stone water pots meant to be used for the Jewish washing rituals. Each one could hold about 20 gallons or more. Jesus came to the servers and instructed them, "Fill the pots with water right up to the very brim." Then he said, "Now fill your pitchers and take them to the master of ceremonies." And they poured out their pitchers for the master of the ceremonies to sample. The water had become wine, and he tasted the water that had become wine. The master of the ceremonies was impressed with its quality, although he didn't know where the wine had come from. Only the servers knew. He called out to the bridegroom over and said to him, "Every host serves his best wine first, until everyone has had a cup or two. Then he serves the cheaper wine. But you, my friend, you've reserved the most exquisite wine until now." This miracle in Cana was the first of many extraordinary miracles Jesus performed in Galilee that revealed his glory, and his disciples believed in him. Melchizedek's name means King of Righteousness. He was the King of Peace. Because the name of the city he ruled as king was Salem, which means peace, and he was also a priest of the Most High God. Now when Abraham was returning from defeating many kings in battle, Melchizedek went out to meet him and blessed him. Then Abraham took a tenth of everything he had won in battle and gave it to Melchizedek. This Melchizedek had no father or mother and no record of any of his ancestors. He was never born and he never died, but his life is like a picture of the Son of God, a king priest forever. Now, let me show you proof of how great this Melchizedek is. Even though Abraham was the most honored and favored patriarch of all God's chosen ones, he gave a tenth of the spoils of battle to Melchizedek. It would have been understandable if Melchizedek had been a Jewish priest, for later on God's people were required by law to support their priests financially, because the priests were their relatives and Abraham's descendants. But Melchizedek was not Abraham's Jewish relative, and yet Abraham still paid him a tithe. Melchizedek imparted a blessing on mighty Abraham, who had received the promises of God. And no one could deny the fact that the one who has the power to impart a blessing is superior to the one who receives it. Although the Jewish priests received tithes, they all died. They were mortal. But Melchizedek lives on. It could even be said that Levi, the ancestor of every Jewish priest who received tithes, actually paid tithes to Melchizedek through Abraham. For although Levi was yet unborn, the seed from which Levi came was present in Abraham when he paid his tithe to Melchizedek. If any of the Levitical priesthood who served under the law had the power to bring us into perfection, then why did God send Christ as priest after the likeness of Melchizedek? He should have said, after the likeness of Aaron. And furthermore, for God to send a new and different rank of priest meant a new law would have had to be instituted even to allow it.